Alright Guardians, this is our solo player's guide to the Nightfall. If you're new to the channel, we do this every single Tuesday and Wednesday as long as I can get them done. With all three classes, Warlock, Hunter, and Titan. So go ahead and hit subscribe now and hit the notifications so you don't have to look in the description box down below for the other links. This is our Warlock variant. Like I said just before, if you need a Hunter or a Titan, the links are in the description box down below for those guides. But this week's Nightfall is Savathun's song. That's the one with the shrieker at the end. It's not too bad of a Nightfall, to be honest. It's one of my favorite strikes, honestly. But as far as setup goes, we are rocking Better Devil's Mananan SR4. I would suggest bringing either a second Mananan that is Void, or just another Void scout rifle, and a auto rifle for the final boss fight. And we're also rocking Whisper of the Worm. If you do not have Whisper of the Worm, don't even worry about it. I would suggest Telesto is really good. The Prospector is actually another really good weapon. Or Curtain Call, especially on the boss fight. Curtain Call, if you don't have Whisper of the Worm, is fantastic, especially for the last little bit. And then team up Curtain Call with Polaris Lance, and it is fantastic. Honestly, Polaris Lance, if you don't have Whisper of the Worm for the final boss fight, is definitely the way to go with this strike. But then we're also rocking Ophidian Aspect just because I wanted the faster reload. And of course we're rocking Void Walker for the Hunger of Attunement. If you don't know, Devour is incredible. What it allows you to do is it lets you eat your grenade or get a charged melee kill, and it'll completely restore your health instantly. And for 9 seconds, as long as you get a kill, it will give you full health instantly again and again and again until you either run out of, unless you can't get a kill within 9 seconds, or that's it. So as long as you can get a kill within every 9 seconds, that timer will restart to the full 9 and you'll get full health. It's really awesome. And then I like Vortex Grenade, but you can use anything. I would suggest Scatter Grenades for the boss fight, and then I prefer Healing Rift. So let's go ahead and rock this guide. Alright, so as soon as you get here, just go ahead and kill these 2 elite acolytes really quickly. It shouldn't take you any time at all. Just make sure you pick up the power ammo they drop and the orb, as long as you're using masterwork weapons, which by now you probably are. And then what I like to do is come over here, and we're gonna kill the we're gonna try and kill the wizard right away, just so we can just get in there and kill all these acolytes really quickly. And then once you do that, go ahead and hack through the doorway, and then come running all the way back to where we just were. And then we're gonna rock the first wave of enemies that spawns in, which is 1 more elite wizard and just a few thralls, probably like 10 or so, 10, 12 maybe. Nothing hard at all. You can literally just kill them with a scout rifle or a sniper rifle or whatever you got going on. And then once you kill, if you kill the wizard first, you'll still have a couple thralls to kill when the next wave spawns in. But if you kill all the thralls, you have to kill the wizard before the next wave spawns in. But once that happens, you'll have 2 elite knights, some like about 6 or so cursed thralls, like half of which are elites, and then just a bunch of acolytes. And you can literally just do the same thing that we did before. Kill the hive, kill the elite knights. I try to keep those, to get those after the acolytes and the cursed thralls, but whatever gets you there, however you want to do it, is really just fine, to be honest. But once everything is dead that time, we'll go ahead and run back to the doorway. Before we do that, just once you get to the doorway, run up to it and then kind of back up, because there are going to be a total of 10 thralls that spawn in. And once they spawn in, one of them is going to be elite, so you might want to keep a short distance back. And then once all of them are dead, go ahead and run up to the third and final door, and then, or get close enough to it where it will open up. Kind of take your time getting there if you want to. And then that door will open, and there's going to be 2 knights and a mini boss ogre. And then like 5 or 6 thralls, again, one of which is elite. But what I like to do is take out all the thralls first, because they'll come charging at you, obviously, and then kill one of the knights, whichever side you've decided to be on, the left or the right. You'll kill that, like the opposite side's knight. That way it gives you a little wiggle room to deal with the boss, the mini boss. And then just power ammo, or even super the boss down, mini boss down, the ogre, and then all you'll have left is the second knight. And then once he's dead, the door will open up, and in that next like couple rooms down, you have to run for a little bit. There's going to be a total of 4 elite acolytes. If you're rocking Telesto, you can just literally just hammer them down with that. It takes like 1 or maybe 2 shots. I'm pretty sure it's 1 shot. And then once they're dead, you can just run into the next room, and that's where we'll start back up. Once you get to this room, there's going to be a bunch of acolytes and 1 elite wizard. Go ahead and kill all of them. Kill all the acolytes first. That way you don't have the wizard shooting at you on top of all of these acolytes, because the wizard by itself will rock you really hard. So just try and stay back and try not to damage her too awful bad. If you can, a nicely placed grenade just like that will work just fine. And then once she's dead, you can grab the orb. As soon as you kill her, the shrieker in the back will wake up, so just be a little careful. You probably want to kill all of the acolytes just so you don't have to worry about anything else. And then once you grab the orb, there's going to be an elite knight and 2 acolytes. What I would suggest doing is, instead of doing what I just did, which as you see didn't work anyways, is as soon as you grab the orb, wait till you got full health, and then just make a mad dash to that little dunking thing that you got to slam the orb into. That way you don't have to start this bit over like I do. And if you die, as long as you get that dunk animation down, you will get a checkpoint, and you will just go on. You won't have to start over again. Once you're here, you see you get the door open. There's going to be like 5 or 6 acolytes and then 1 elite knight. Go ahead and take care of them really quick. If you can kind of stay back, as you can see here, you'll get plenty of cover. And you can take out these acolytes with relative ease. And then once you do that, go ahead and just break the crystals. Once all the crystals are down, we're going to run off to the left and underneath the balcony bridge thing. And then we're going to deal with most of, if not all of the ads in that like watery area. You probably want to pop your devour. So like hold down the grenade button until you swallow it and you see the devour thing. You'll get like a little screen flurry or whatever when it's actually activated. You also get like an audio cue if you've never done it before, which you probably have, but you know, just in case. And then once most of these guys are dead or they've kind of scattered and ran off, we'll deal with the mini boss ogre. In this room there are going to be a bunch of acolytes, like I said, the mini boss ogre, 1 elite knight and 2 regular knights. And then once you kill all of them, you can work on the mini boss, which will kind of power ammo down and then also use our super on him. And the super does a great amount of damage. Like, it's pretty awesome. But then once you kill him and everything else is dead, we'll move on into the next half of this room, which is going to have another mini boss ogre, and then you'll do some damage on him. And then once that happens, 2 knights will spawn in. They'll charge at you because they have the swords, so I would suggest getting them down as quickly as possible. And then you're also going to get 2 elite wizards. You can also take them down from a distance. And then there's going to be a bunch of acolytes. Try and kill as many of the acolytes as possible from a distance. And then the mini boss ogre will have ran off out of view to the left. So what you want to do is kind of creep up the stairway on the right hand side until you can just kind of get a view of him. And that's when he'll kind of come at you, and that's when you just want to power ammo him down. Or if you're using player's lance, kind of keep a distance if you can. And then once he's dead, you'll just kind of clean up whatever ads are left if you want to, and then grab all the power ammo if you want to. If you're using Telesto, after you kill that second mini boss ogre, it is a great time to switch over to Curtain Call, because the next room is going to have 5 elite acolytes, and they'll all drop power ammo for you, and that way you can have a full set of Curtain Call ammo for the boss fight. I would also suggest it being void if you can. It'll just make things a little bit easier for the very last bit of the boss fight, but it is not by any means a necessity whatsoever. But other than that, let's go ahead and just get to the next section. Alright, so once you get here, there's going to be a total of what I think is 5 Knights, one of which is an elite, which you should be right about here, and a bunch of acolytes and 2 wizards. What I like to do is kill this guy first. That way they're not double teaming me from the left side and the right side. Because for whatever reason that elite likes to stick around to the left and everyone else runs to the right. So try and take out these 2 knights first. And then what I like to do is run to the far left of the room and just kind of stay back and kill whatever I can. And then once I take out the majority of the enemies, I try and get those 2 wizards to move around. They both have void shields. So I like to try and get them as close together as possible and then just run in there and Nova Bomb them with my with the super. And then once you get close enough, there is going to be a wave of thralls. It's like 5 or 6 of them, and one of which is elite. Nothing too bad as long as you stay back or run back if you do happen to get them to spawn in. It's really about where that little flame thing is that I'm shooting around right now. So once you get there, that's about when they'll spawn in from the right side. So just kind of run back. And then once everything is dead, you'll be able to grab that orb. And then once you grab the orb, you'll get another wave of thralls and cursed thralls, as well as like 2 or 3 acolytes and an elite knight. Kill all of the thralls and acolytes and all them first, because they'll be the ones rushing you, so you'll kind of have to. And then once you do that, kill the knight, and then just bring the orb with you. If you have to, drop it to shoot and reload, and then pick it right back up once you have a chance before it despawns. It'll just save you some time. Or you don't have to. You let it despawn, but you have to run back to get each wave to spawn in, and it's kind of a pain. But whatever you want to do is a-okay. But then in the second room, there's going to be some more acolytes and another elite knight. If you kill a couple of the acolytes on the right side, or just as you look in, there will also be a explosive canister you can shoot, and that will take out the rest of them. Usually, this time it left 1 or 2 of them, and then you'll just be free to kind of peek in and out of this room and kill the elite knight, whether it be with power ammo or your other weapons. Whatever you want to do is good. And then once you back up the orb and you kind of move to where that knight is, there's going to spawn in a total of 3 ogres. All of them are red bar health, so if you're using Whisper of the Worm, it's 1 crit shot without the the catalyst. I don't have that, so awesome. But go ahead and kill all of them. And there's also going to be a bunch of acolytes. It's very, very important that you kill every single acolyte in the next 2 rooms before you go to slam it. Otherwise, you're going to die and have to do all this bit over again. So, what you want to do, kill the ogres as they come in, kill these guys as you get the chance to, and then once everything is dead, what I like to do is run up to that doorway and just literally peek in as far as I can in either direction, and just kind of jump back and forth to make sure there's no other acolytes there. And then once you've done that, there are 2 little beams in that second room with the shriekers that you can hide behind. Wait for your health to get fully regenerated, and then make a mad dash to one of those. I like the right side personally, but I don't think it makes a difference. And then again, wait for your health to fully recharge, and then wait for one of the shriekers to stop. Both of them won't stop at the same time, so you won't have like a very good like gate to run in there with. But once you see one of them stop, make a mad dash, and then just like the last Shrieker, as long as you get that animation down, you'll be just fine. And you'll get that checkpoint, and it'll spawn you into the two wizards in that like obelisk room. Like you'll see right here, I got it down. I die, but I get the checkpoint. And then I just super the two wizards, get them. They don't even have to move; they're close enough. Just aim for that little obelisk thing in the middle, and then we'll be at the boss fight. Alrighty, once you get to the boss fight, I like to just go ahead and shoot that little crystal, and then just power ammo her down, especially if you're rocking Whisper of the Worm. And then as soon as she goes away, or you do enough damage, whichever one comes first, you will get a spawn of like there's 3 or 4 groups of 2 thralls. Go ahead and kill all of them. And then once you get her to spawn over to our immediate right, back here, you'll get a few more acolytes to spawn in. And then you can just come running back here and just make her close. Once she's closed up, there's going to be another wave of a bunch of acolytes and 2 knights. It's very important that you kill every single acolyte before you kill the knights. Because once you kill both knights, the boss will open up and she'll start shooting at you, and then she's going to teleport back into the middle and shoot at you some more. So that's a whole lot easier if you kill every single acolyte first. You can leave one knight alive and kill one of them, but just keep one alive until all the other acolytes are dead. And then once you get that done, there's a little like fallen over like bookshelf or something like that in front of the stairs. You want to, as soon as you kill that second knight, you want to run to that and just crouch as close as you can to it, because the boss is going to take one like cheap shot at you before she teleports. And then once she teleports, there's a little speaker thing at the top of the stairs. We're gonna run and hide behind that, and then she'll be shooting at you, and literally just power her down, power ammo her down, or you can throw your Nova Bomb and maybe a grenade or 2 if you want, and that should possibly get her to teleport to the back. If you're rocking Polaris Lance, like this is where Polaris Lance really shines in my opinion, is this strike. But go ahead and just get her to like close up again, and you will get that wave of thralls again, just like before, once you do enough damage to her in the middle. So just be aware of them. And then once she closes up, you will get another wave of acolytes. There's 2 waves of acolytes as soon as she spawns back there, and then again once she closes up. So there's like a total like 10 to 15 acolytes. Just be careful, because once they start coming, as you see, they will start throwing those solar grenades at you. But once she's closed, you don't really have to worry about being shot at. Just get rid of these thralls and whatever acolytes are on that middle stage area, and then you're going to get a total of 3 ogres to spawn in. And just like with the knights, keep one alive while you kill every single other acolyte. And this is also a great time to switch to your auto rifle. But once you kill one of the ogres, a third one will spawn in. That's where the 3 come in. And then, so once you kill everything in this room, including the 3 ogres, you want to be back at that stage behind that speaker thing, like the safe zone, because she will take a shot at you just like before, and then she'll teleport. Once she teleports, that's where things get a little rough, because as soon as you do enough damage to her, she will start shooting these like tracker orbs at you, and you want to shoot those down with your auto rifle. If you can do it with a hand cannon, great, but for me it's just a whole lot easier to do with like a high impact auto rifle. So just make sure you pick up some ammo bricks if you're low on that. And then you will also get the Thrall, the Wave of Thralls. That's where it gets really difficult. Not really difficult, but it's manageable, but it can be a little tricky if you happen to get unlucky and get those orbs to come at you and a group of Thralls at the same time. Just maybe make sure you have your healing rift down, and maybe your Devour ready to go. But then go ahead and just power ammo her down, or super her, or whatever gets her away, and she'll spawn over to the floating stage on our right. Once that happens, run back to the entrance and switch over to either your curtain call. If you have a curtain call that's void, you can shoot it at the elite wizard that spawns in the middle, and that will take her out with one rocket. Just make sure you pick up that rocket, because you are going to want 5 total rockets. Just shoot at the boss, and then once you kill the wizard, run and grab the orb, and then run back all the way back to the entrance, because there are going to be 2 more wizards that spawn in as soon as you grab it. From the entrance, you can actually kill the left side wizard, and then we're going to run up to the stage. We're not going to jump up on top of it, but we're going to kind of stick down below where the thralls come out of, and we're going to kind of peek over the shoulder of that stage and kill the second one. And then we are going to run up to a little speaker thing towards the right side of the back end of the stage, and we're going to count 7 shots. Each round of shots that the boss takes at you, she'll make a little clicking sound. So you want to count 1, 2, 3, all the way to 7, and then she's going to take a quick pause from shooting. As soon as you hear that 7th click, go jump up on the rotating thing and then slam that orb. Throw down your healing rift or your empowered rift if that's... I don't think that works with power ammo, which it kind of should in my opinion, but either way, go ahead and just finish off the boss as quickly as possible. And then that's going to do it. So hopefully this guide helped you out. If it did, hit the like button, hit subscribe, look in the description box down below for the other guides. And until next time, stay positive, be happy, be healthy, live long and prosper, and have an awesome week.
light is back. We're back. Eyes up, Guardian.